Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. So today I'll be showing you guys 3 things you can absolutely do here on CapCut by yourself. Now, if you are new here, then a special and warm welcome to you. My name is Ian. I do social media, and if you are into editing, vlogs, and student lifestyle, then please make sure to hit that subscribe button and like the video. Let's get into it. Alright, so for the first trick, I'll be showing you guys how to create this smooth pulling transition. Now, go ahead and import all of your footages and clips into CapCut and reduce them all to 1 second. Now for the second step, you can go ahead and add a keyframe at the very beginning of the first clip. So like over here, you add a keyframe. Now you move over to the end and add another keyframe. So you slide towards the end and you add another keyframe right there, and then you zoom in. Once you zoom in, you can rearrange it to whatever you want to. So like so. Now you can go ahead and do the exact same thing to all the other clips. So you click on the second clip. At the very beginning, you add a keyframe, you move over to the end, you add another keyframe, you zoom in, and so on and so forth. Let's go. Now, once that's done, we can actually move on to the final step. Now, at each breakpoint, so at this white little clips you can see between each clip, go ahead and add the transition pull in at every single breakpoint. Let's go ahead. So the first breakpoint, you click on it and you search for pull in and just insert it. So you select the pull in you want to, the first one, which is for free, you accept and do the exact same thing for all the other ones. So now that that's done, it should look like this. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. And that's exactly how to create the smooth pulling effect here on CapCut. Now, if you want to, you can absolutely also add some few final touches such as effect, play with the lighting a little bit, and also music. I'll also put on the screen over here some few musics that you can also try with this effect. Now, let's move on to the next editing trick. Alright, so next up, I'll be showing you guys how to track an object with another object, or better still, I'll be showing you guys how to track a text to an object or even your hands. For example, as you guys can see in the clip over here, make sure that your hands or whatever you're trying to track, in my case, I was tracking the text or the image to my hands. So my hands was just performing a very subtle gesture, not something too erratic or else it would distort and disrupt the tracking. Now, with all that being said, let's get right into it. Now, remember, you can absolutely track text as well as images. It just depends on you and what you are editing for. However, in this case, we are going to start with images. So go ahead and click on stickers right down here and choose whatever images you actually like to. You can also go ahead and import your own image if you want to over here, but we're not going to do that. So let's go back and choose this picture right here and just pretend we're talking about something educational, right? So go ahead and resize it to fit my hand over there. There you go, and just come out. Now, while this picture is still selected, go ahead and select tracking and just make sure that the tracking range covers my hand, because my hands are what I'm trying to track, which is why I said at the very beginning, make sure that your gesture is something very subtle or not something too crazy, right? So that way the tracking won't be affected. So just go ahead and make sure that that my hands are completely selected. So even if I move it, it's still within the tracking range, as you can see right here. Now go ahead and start the tracking and it should do its thing. Once that's done, let's go ahead and see how it comes out. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's exactly how to track an image to your hands. Now, let me show you guys how to do the exact same thing with a text. It's actually very straightforward. So, but let's get into it. All right, so to track a text to an object, all you have to do is just go ahead and write the text. So in this case, I went ahead and wrote the 10 a.m. I chose a time because I'm actually trying to track the text to my watch. So you can put whatever time you want to, it doesn't matter, or whatever text you want to, really doesn't matter. So go ahead and select the text and drag it all the way to the closer to the object you're trying to track. In this case, my watch, and resize it to whatever you want to and place it just above the watch. And while it's still selected, go ahead and select tracking just like before. So go ahead and play the video back and forth to make sure that it doesn't leave the range. And just go ahead and start tracking. Now that that's done, let's go ahead and take a look. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Now that's exactly how to track your text to your object, or in this case, my time to my watch. All right, so let's move on to the third and final CapCut hack in this edition. So basically, I'll be teaching and showing you guys how to create this time scroll transition here in CapCut. Let's get into it. So first of all, the first thing that you're going to do is add a time scroll. So basically, you're going to add text and then just start stacking up dates. For example, we're going to start with the year 2000 all the way to 2010. So let's get right into it. And of course, you can choose whatever date you want to for your project. It really doesn't matter. And this trick right here is actually very useful. For example, if you're actually doing a historical date, or if you're in a historical event and you're trying to create a presentation, or for example, you're with your partner and you're trying to create something, something meaningful and creative, you can actually stack up the dates or the years that you guys have been together and just stack them up. I think it's actually really cool and really fun. So let's get right into it. So start with 2000 and just keep stacking them all up. So you press enter and just keep going all the way to 2010. Let's get into it. All right, so once we've reached 2010, go ahead and choose the font and make sure to select modern. So let's just go ahead and search for modern right there. As you can see, the little diamond icon, it means paid version, right? So go ahead and select that and increase the size of our writing or the dates all the way to 40. We want them real bold and yeah, so 40. All right, so now what we are going to do is we are going to add two keyframes. So we're going to create or put a keyframe at the very beginning and one at the very end. So just go ahead and tap on keyframe over there and keyframe at the end. Now, just like the previous or the very first one that I showed you guys, the very first CapCut hack, keyframes are actually ways you can create transitions, right? This is where that you can actually manually create transitions. Now, of course, CapCut and many other editing tools offers transitions that are already pre-made. Now, keyframes, on the other hand, gives you the opportunity to actually create those transitions by yourself. So that's basically the whole point of keyframes and many others. You can go crazy with it and all that good stuff. Just thought I should put it out there just in case you guys didn't know the use of keyframes. So you go back to the very first keyframe and just scroll and bring the date all the way to the very beginning. So just scroll down to 2000 or to the year 2000. So like around here, and just press play. You see that it will automatically scroll all the way to 2006. It won't scroll all the way down because, again, remember we increased the text size to 40. So if you want it to go all the way, then you have to reduce the font, the text size, obviously. So with that being said, go ahead and come back a little bit and click on graph right here and choose circular ease. That way, I think I might have passed it. There you go. That way, we give it a little bit of motion, right? Go ahead and select it and export. Now, we're not done here. This is just part one. Once we've exported, go ahead and bring it back in, but this time not as a video, but as an overlay. Now, once our video has been brought back in as an overlay, just go ahead and scroll all the way. So it should be at the end. And just select rectangle. So with rectangle, just go ahead and select the very first two dates. So for example, 2000 and 2001. So like so, and then just bring it back. Try to like minimize the space a little bit, not too much space. And then scroll down a little bit down here, give it a little bit of shadow, a little bit of depth. You can go crazy and make it as dark as you want to if you want to be more creative, but to each its own. So I'm just gonna put it like so. I think that should be more than enough. And then accept, and there you have it. As you can see, the dates in the middle are like more brightened, while the other dates are like fading out a little bit, which gives it a more focus, which gives the middle ones more focus and everything. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. And that's exactly how to create a time scroll here in CapCut. And with that, welcome to the end of today's video. I hope you guys found it useful, you enjoyed it, and most of all, found it easy to follow. The goal of today was to go for less complexity and more of easy to follow, easy to make, and easy guide, all that good stuff. So with all that being said, if you guys have any questions whatsoever regarding any of the hacks I just showed, be it 1, 2, or 3, then please by all means make sure to hit me down in the comment section below, and I'll make sure to answer every single one of your questions. Thank you guys so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. With all that being said, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.